Welcome to the M&S Hot Stove, you could call it.
Well, I'll call it the award show report. It could be the hot stove report. It could be the off-season report. Whatever you want to call it. Maybe
First
we'll call
off,
it the combination of three.
Happy Hanukkah, everybody.
Yes.
It's the second night of Hanukkah here. And we just finished a ridiculous Hanukkah party.
And as promised, we're doing our show that we've been being asked about over the last 2-3 months, and we're coming through. And we got together here on Hanukkah to do the report for you, and
Happy
get ready.
Turkey Day as well.
Yeah, well, today's also
Speaking
Thanksgiving.
of turkey, we have a lot of not mid-season, as we said, off-season players being
So basically there's a lot of talks about some players in the league. We like to keep tabs on some of the players that are in the league. And,
some trying to stay out of the limelight, some can't help it, some want to get into the limelight.
So I'll just give you a few key players that their names are in the tabloids right now. First off the bat, I know
your post was
no, I think Ike Mavora was spotted giving turkeys to the homeless.
Yes.
And later tweeted that, you see, this is how you do it without getting any publicity. You're doing it the right way. Ike, that defeats the purpose by tweeting that, but whatever.
With all that, God bless you.
Yeah, good job. Next thing, rumor has it that Billy Mizrahi
is from TMZ.
Yeah, TMZ was spotted with Miley Cyrus. So Billy and Miley could be a good couple. Listen, if she's Jewish, go for it, man. Billy, not bad. Next thing was
Michael Solomon.
Oh, Saban. So Saban, we all know, has these allegations against him with the drugs, with the steroids. So Michael had the court hearing the other day, and what did he do? He slammed the table, stormed out.
Walked right out.
I think it was some play from his lawyers, but Saban, we all know you're on the juice. Come on, cut it out.
Into one of these local sports shows in Jersey, one of these serious radio shows, and just gave a whole interview with them. Looked like it was planned, but nobody knows.
And finally, on a lesser note, Bobby Safdie, another DUI, facing possible suspension. Bobby will rally around you. The whole Russian vodka thing. It's just, listen, man, you got to fight through this.
His lawyers, it looks as though he'll be able to start the season without any problems.
I think he'll be all right. Listen, the players get through these deals all the time, yes. And I think they have the right lawyers
and
representing them.
It's been a while since the playoffs, but I also seen that Nathan Kushner is on talking terms with his old team, the Jocks.
Right, so they had a Thanksgiving dinner tonight for the first time that all the Jocks got together. Max Yedid carved the turkey, Nathan Kushner bought the turkey, and Sam Loudon ate the turkey. So really, it was a reunion. We're very happy.
They're all back on good terms with each other. On to the league.
Let's get to the awards now, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
So, listen, I think Max we'll go to position by position. Max will give you the candidates per position, and I will pull out of the envelope the winners of
the voting. The voting was very interesting.
Well, this is by the way, this is for the Gold Gloves.
Yes, strictly Gold Gloves. Now, a lot of times we know people make these mistakes in other leagues. Sometimes we get misconstrued in our own league. Sometimes because a person's bat is so good, people lean on saying, oh, he's a better fielder, because they look at the player. We try our best to look strictly
at the fielder
his glove.
Correct.
Whether it's a pitcher and he's a better pitcher,
well, that's when they have the Silver Slugger Award.
Right, correct. So we try and look at the glove. Like I know, like we said, it happens a lot. We're going to do our best. We had Mike Rusomano,
we had
crew chief
Mike,
with Tommy,
Tom Zambrano and Brev, the three umpires. Along with Max and I, we had a vote. So it was basically 3 out of 5. Most of the times it was everyone in agreement of who wins the award. So we actually did it the right way with the people that actually are calling the games, with the people that are announcing the games, and the people that are at the games.
Right, we bounced it around with people that did show up. Soli Shehebar had a little
input. Yeah, a few positions where it was split down the middle. We asked
guys
that
stopped by the
for
field.
example, like Big Solly.
Right, we asked actually some captains as well if they remember seeing things. From all that,
it's safe to say the rightful winners at the rightful positions have won the award. Yeah. Again,
of course, there's going to be some controversy.
Absolutely not. We're 100% right. Ooh. So either way, let's get to it.
First position we'll go to is a position that's some people say maybe the most important fielding position on the field. Shortstop.
Shortstop. So listen, shortstop. We have our nominees. The same old
Nominees
guys.
are, this year there was a lot of big time shortstops in the league, but the final 3 nominees.
So basically, we don't always have 3 per position.
Right. It could be
Some
4
positions
sometimes.
2, some 4, but
Right,
we have
we'll
3
just-
nominees
we
on
have 3
shortstop.
nominees that really played tremendously defensively throughout the year. One is Gabe Abadi.
Gabe's
Was
phenomenal.
with his brother Carlos on Los Pollos Hermanos. I think it took me a full season to get that name right, but I got it. Gabe was nominee number 1.
And let's just say, Gabe probably has the softest hands out of all the shortstops.
Very sweet hands, really.
Beautiful. It's like just
Number
eat them,
2
it's delicious.
is maybe the most upcoming fielder. Could play any position on the field ridiculously, and he really came into his own at shortstop. Zach Ashkenazi.
Zach Attack. Zach was the latest winner of the Community Sportsman of the Month by taking his team to the playoffs with the bat and with the glove.
Yeah, he's clutch out there, clutch in the field. He's got one of the best rifles in the community as an arm. And of course, the last nominee is somebody who's never left off this list when it comes to fielding shortstops, Morris Shamma.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob
The
Morris.
legend. The man, the myth, the legend.
Now again, there were other very good fielding shortstops. Some of them, some of them maybe not as good a year.
No, there are guys like
Whites.
John Eliezer
Right.
and
He had
the
some
such.
trouble in the night league
Listen,
and stuff.
there are flashes of brilliance and flashes of.
But these are the 3.
These are the top 3,
And the winner is
of course, Morris
Shamma.
SpongeBob Shamma.
Now, in the beginning of the season, maybe it would have went one way or the other, but at the end, Morris picked it up.
Congratulations,
as he always
Morris. You just won the Gold Glove at shortstop yet again in your career.
does. Beautiful.
Next position.
Checked off. Number 2, we're going to go to first base.
First
Okay?
base.
Underrated fielding position.
I don't
A
think
good
so. I
fielder.
think in the beginning people underrate it, but when you see the plays that these
Right.
position players make and make a difference on the field, you start to
Right.
appreciate the first baseman.
People try to just throw a guy at first sometimes. Sometimes that works.
No, that never
But
works.
a first baseman could really save.
I think usually the championship
throws.
team has a good first
They
baseman.
usually do. The nominees, we came down with 3 first basemen. Number 1 nominee was Isaac Dweck. Ocean, that's right. Isaac Ocean Dweck.
So it's funny he was a nominee because the first week of the season he actually had trouble with the glove, but
did.
then he stepped it up. Like he was actually turned a few double plays,
Right.
threw a guy
People
out the
told me
plate.
in the Brooklyn League he had trouble in the field too.
But you know what?
He got better and better.
Rightfully there as a nominee
A big,
for
tall
first base.
lefty, and the team liked him. Number 2 nominee, we have David Towell,
Which
from
is-
the championship team of, I forgot the name of the team already.
Shades, Jonas
No,
Brothers.
Jonas Brothers, right. That's the David Towell.
The slick fielding first baseman.
Yes.
This is basically Norwood's nephew.
He
Everyone
covers
knows
more
him
ground at first than people do on any other position. It's ridiculous.
as third.
And our third and final nominee is Michael Savon Solomon. He usually credits himself as the best fielding first baseman in the community.
But we all know there's, as we spoke about before, the steroid allegations. So you don't know what goes on behind all of his
No,
performance.
he was working with the troubled back this year also.
Yeah.
No, but let's see. And the winner goes to
Michael Solomon says, I'm better than Andres Galarraga. By the way, the winner of the first base Gold Glove Award is... Congratulations, David Towell.
David Towell, well deserved.
You know, I don't think anyone can argue on that one.
This guy's catching pop-ups over fences. It's
DT.
ridiculous.
The incredible DT.
Now we're going on to short center field.
Okay, short
Yeah, I
center
just
field.
have 2 nominees in short center field our umpires came up with. Our first nominee was on a team that I don't even believe made the playoffs. They cut it to the last week. A.B. Duche, a rookie. I don't want to call sensation, not
He
sensation.
turned heads at short
But
center.
he really did.
Yeah.
Fielding wise, I think in the future he might end up at third base. He had great
It's
hands.
funny you mentioned that A.B. Duche played third base for YDE for the past few years, so I know he can
Yes.
play third base.
He definitely, with his teammates, definitely helped him get this nomination. They were saying he's one of the guys that were
Listen,
a
when
solid fielder in the
when they
infield.
had their troubles at third and short with Jimmy and Maurice, I was the one telling them they should put him at third. Listen, they didn't do it, but
He was great.
it was
He was
evident
great
he was
short
probably one of the better infielders on that
His
team.
bat's going to get better over the years, but like we said, we're looking at the Gold Glove.
Right.
And our second nominee is somebody who's been at short center for a while now and really became better and better year after year, is Ray Esses.
Berry.
Berry, that's right. He's been playing a great short center. His hands got great over the last couple of
Yeah,
years.
definitely.
We stayed on those two because we felt like those were the two elite.
I agree.
And the winner goes to...
Wow, A.B. Duche.
A.B. Duche.
Tremendous. That's a shocker
Wow,
because
it's a little bit of a shocker. I thought Ray might take
I
that,
actually placed my vote. Oh, wow, very nice. I guess that's tremendous.
Okay, very good. Congratulations, A.B. As a rookie in the league, you won the Gold Glove. We're going to jump into left field. An interesting one for this vote. We got 3 nominations. Number 1, also a rookie for our league this first time. It's David D.C. Cohen.
Yeah, so D.C., he's no rookie to softball. He's been playing in the Brooklyn League for quite some time. He always gets the job done, so we know he always... But I think he actually took a leap. Usually in the night league, you have trouble with the lights. In the beginning, he had a little bit of a, he wasn't getting the right beat, but I think after the first week, he actually, took ownership of the position, and he was a difference maker on that team.
And people told me, like you said, he gets the job done. I thought he was much better than that. Number 2, the skinnier, faster, and he's only becoming more and more familiar with baseball and more of a veteran, Bobby Safdie.
So Bobby, as we said, he has his troubles off the field and even sometimes on the field, but no one could deny that his performance has definitely been on the uptick over the last 3 years.
We all know he can hit. Nobody even doubts that. We're not talking about the way he runs or he doesn't run. Or
this Bobby gets a bad rap in the outfield. I watched Bobby make some flat-out dives down the line
this
3-4 weeks in a row.
He really picked up his game. He had a couple of crazy catches. Hitting the cutoff man, sometimes he has issues, sometimes not, but overall he really stepped it up. Deserved the nomination. And third, David Farka.
Farka, so I think Farka deserves to be put over here because Farka voluntarily moved from center to left. So Farka's always a pretty good center fielder. Never the best, but he's pretty good.
He's got a great arm.
Yeah, that no one could argue with his cannon. But I feel like by him moving from center to left, he definitely made that team. I think Carlos took center field for that team. Made that team a cut above the rest.
That's right. He made the position very strong.
And the winner for a left field Gold Glove goes to... Wow, what do you know? David Farka.
David Farka, well deserved.
Listen, David, I think that might be your career move. I think you should stay in left and be the best left fielder out there.
We'll find out. I mean, it depends on which team you're on, of course. You know, we're going to move right to the other position that's probably the next most important fielded position. Could be the most important position on the field as well. Center.
Center field.
Center field. Now, center field...
Tough. This is a tough...
Yes,
this is a
it's
tough
always hard, but I think this time around it may end up being a little bit easier. I'll tell you why. Our first nominee is Jackie Towell.
JT,
the captain on the Tigers this year. He's not
there's
a
nothing
stranger.
There's nothing you can say about Jackie.
He's not a stranger to being a Gold Glove winner or a nominee.
I heard rumor has it Jackie has tattooed gold paint all over his left hand because he's been winning the Gold Glove every single year. So listen, Jackie, we'll find out
with that one.
Yeah.
Number 2 nominee is actually Carlos Abadi, another captain.
Yeah.
Los played center field in the YMSL this year on the World Championship team. Carried it over and went into our league doing the same. And he really covers a lot of ground out there. Doesn't have the greatest of arms, but never misses a cutoff man. He's extremely smart out there.
Right. What he doesn't have in the arm is what he has in his legs and his head. So
no, he plays it great. His positioning is perfect.
Right. And
our last nominee is Ali Marshall. Now, interesting one is Ali because he ended up moving to shortstop in the middle of the year.
See, all day Ali they call him.
Right. He could. By the way, we've seen him this year from center field actually come in to like shortstop area and catch balls and get mad at the infield.
He plays the entire field sometimes.
He says that I'd rather not have the left fielder. You know, I've heard him say that.
And
the winner goes to
center field. Jackie Towell.
Jackie Towell, yet again, well deserved. Jackie, you're great out there.
Jackie, you're the man, Jackie.
Now we're gonna go. We're still in the outfield. We'll go to right field.
Okay.
In right field, we do have 3 nominees. 3 guys that play the position very well.
I actually think this is hands down. I think it was a unanimous vote.
Yes, it is true. The winner at the end. But let's go through the nominees. Number 1 was somebody who didn't play right field enough. I think he played it 2 or 3 times.
3 weeks.
Maybe 3 weeks. Leon Harari.
Yeah.
I don't know. My brother and I loved watching him.
I don't know what their team was thinking by not putting him in right.
He made some flat out, even in the, I know we didn't go on playoffs for this thing, but I know he made a catch on Jackie Towell in the playoffs in the right field line. It's actually on one of the highlight reels. Everybody made it like it was an easy play.
Leon
he made it a couple of times.
I don't understand. Usually the cream rises to the top. In this case, it didn't. I actually watched him in 2 regular season games and be a difference maker in the outfield, and he didn't get his due. But he definitely qualified by having
to be nominated.
6 games played over there, and he's definitely a nominee. And we'll see if he's a winner.
Right. The other nominee, he's a steady Eddie right fielder. Usually plays better than he did, but that's because he usually plays unbelievable out there. He just played good enough to be the nominee. David Beta. He played on Maurice's team as well.
Right.
And he holds his own. And the last nominee is a rookie right fielder in our league, Sam Loudon.
The Laundry Max.
Yes, the Laundry Max.
I don't even think I'm looking here because I already know
Winner
Loudon's
is-
a winner on this one, but
Yeah, as expected. It's Sam Loudon.
Sam Loudon. He was ridiculous out there.
Best I've ever seen
Covered
him right.
ground.
Best I've ever
hustled,
seen him right. I don't think I've ever seen a better right fielder.
He's been unbelievable. He tracked the ball unbelievably. He was. Truth is, hands down, like Sammy said, unanimous winner. Sam, you earned it. You deserved it. Great season. Jumping to the catcher position.
Catcher.
The catcher position, I'm going to say, usually goes to
Usually there's Bruce is
There's
up
Bruce
there.
out there. Bruce missed a bunch of weeks this year, so I don't know if it's going to help his cause. We have on the
Lewis
nominees,
is usually catching, but he didn't catch this
he
year.
missed a lot also. It was interesting. So we got Ralph Mandiel, not
Right.
usually known for his catching skills, doesn't have the greatest of arms,
He's known for party like a cock star.
but that's right.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, this year made a lot of nice scoops at the plate more than one time.
I think in one of the
And-
biggest moments of his team's
Yeah, he
season,
made a big play at the plate.
he made it. It's actually on the
Tagged out
highlights.
Zach
He
Ishkin,
made a
remember.
scoop and tagged.
Right,
and
he's
he
not
did
getting the
crazy.
nomination just for the one play. I've seen him actually play a very good catcher role this year. The other one is somebody who jumped into the catcher position a couple of years ago and really took it into his own. Likes working with the pitchers, enjoys it. Michael Antar.
Michael. So yeah, Michael, as we all know, he basically makes a relationship, takes his pitcher out to dinner 2 to 3 times a
It's
week.
good. It's like
has
an
a
offensive
bond.
lineman type of idea
He's-
with a quarterback.
He's the real deal at catcher. If every starting pitcher wants Mike Antar at catcher. So that's the 3
Those are the
nominees.
three. What we got?
And the winner is...
Oh, I'm done with this one.
Oh, what a surprise. Good. Michael Antar.
Michael
Congratulations
Antar's
at
the winner.
catcher.
Michael, very, very good season. There was a close running with Ralph Mandiel. Michael, you're the winner. And on to second base. Second base, there wasn't a lot of different nominees.
There's not that many. Usually the position player at second base isn't usually a standout defensive player. In some instances, that's not the case when a stacked
So,
infield is
First nominee, we got ABJ Franco.
right.
Which is interesting. When he played second, he was great. But I know over the season, he didn't always play second.
No.
He was at short. He was at third. They mixed it up. But
I think that was one of the reasons that team didn't do so well because they didn't have
a little right. They
an
were-
everyday position for each spot.
So A.B. Franco is nominee number 1, and then the other nominee we have is on the championship team of the Jonas Brothers, the captain himself, Isaac Norwood Dweck.
Correct. And
Okay.
the winner
is
of course, Isaac Dweck.
Norwood.
So,
Now Norwood covered ground,
I don't
goes
think
back.
we don't got to even talk about
You
that.
don't have to talk about it.
Isaac,
Michael Rustamano actually voted for you, Isaac.
which is a shocker.
Right, although he says, that guy sometimes could do things that annoys you,
but then he said, "Oh, but that blue label was delicious."
no, the bottom line, you're the man who deserves it. You're great fielding at second base, covered a ton of ground. You're a heads-up player. You earned it.
And finally, third base.
Third base.
Tough one.
Third base. Yeah, this was a tough one this year. We have 3 nominees. Number 1's nominee is a person who's, again, not a stranger to this, Salim the Dream Levy. Usually phenomenal out there at third. Yeah, might have had a couple of issues this year, here and there with the lights.
I
or
think to
maybe-
Salim's standards, it wasn't what it was supposed to be because Salim we're usually never used to seeing any errors at all. So once you see something go wrong, you're
Right,
like,
a
what
hard
happened?
hit ball that maybe you don't expect people
Basically,
to get. You
Salim
do expect
set
him
the
to get.
bar too high for himself,
No, but he's a nominee.
which
let's
is a
say.
great thing. But obviously, he's being nominated because he's
Number
above
2
average.
is also a very good hands fielder. He could be a good at second. You get him, he always gets the job done in this league. Not a stranger to winning. Got far in the playoffs this year, but didn't win. David Schrem
Oh,
played a very strong third base this year. Very strong. I was very impressed from what I saw.
AKA the Dynasty. He won
That's
3
right.
years in a
On
row.
3 years straight.
Right.
On 3 totally different franchises. Not with the same
Right.
type of group of players.
Right.
And our last nominee is a young guy. It's his sophomore year, I believe. I may be wrong. Maybe it's his third year. Moni, the Pony
Pony.
Abadi. I think his first year in the league when he played third.
For finesse.
Truth is, no. He was on finesse, then he was on the championship team with Mikey Shalom and company.
Well, that was on.
Right, and this past year he played with Ike Mavora's team, the Average Joe. So this is his third year.
Right.
That second year, his championship year, his arm was a bit erratic. He has great hands, but his arm was a little bit not. I remember Michael Salmon was his first baseman, and like the ball was going all over the place. But he really knocked down third base.
I think Moni gets 99% of the balls hit his way. I think
he became a great fielder.
He's electric at third base. He definitely is
At
electric.
the plate, he's a little streaky here and there. This year in our league, I don't think he had that great a hitting year. But like we said, in the field, he's been great. And the winner goes to
at third base goes to, wow, Moni Abadi.
Really?
Yeah, he outbeat Salim. Wow. Okay, Moni, good job.
Moni,
Congratulations. You know what? You deserved it, Mon.
Yes. Now for the last, and maybe the hardest one to choose from. Do we even do an envelope for it?
No.
Did we get the envelopes?
I have it over here.
You have it there. It was the pitcher position.
Right.
You had it. We had it over there.
Yeah.
Which Simano sent to them.
Yeah.
So the last one, the pitcher position. A couple of beauties over here. We got number 1 is again the World Championship pitcher rookie, Ralph Sutton.
Yeah.
He was a nominee. He's an athletic kid, young kid, intense on the
And
mound.
the kid owns the mound.
Focused. Yeah, he tries to cover as much ground as he can. Tries to cover first. I thought he was great. Number 2 nominee, not a stranger. During this his tenure in our league, we know he's really a good fielder. Rob Solomon. He's got quick hands.
Otto.
Goes out there, picks up balls, always covers first base. Something you always see him do. And 2 more. We have 4 nominees at the pitcher position. The other one is Ike Mavora. Ike Mavora has got cat-like reflexes on the mound. One of the reasons he usually likes playing 4 across in the outfield is he's confident with his grabbing of the balls up the middle. And again, he's got those weak round balls. He runs, picks up. Great fielder. And our last nominee, who he's no stranger to winning, finds a way to win always, Mikey Shalom.
Oh, Mikey.
And he became a fielder out there.
Well, Mikey always was a third baseman before he pitched, so he has those instincts.
He has those quick reflex hands that you need to have at third. So he's got him on the mound. It's a very quick position pitcher. People underrate it, but those balls come at you so fast, especially after you finish your motion. And the winner is, who do you got?
Wow, what do you know? This is a shocker to me. Ike Mavora.
Ike Mavora.
Wow, Ike, good job. You know what? You deserve it.
You deserve it. Although these other guys are great, you're the veteran on the mound.
No, I think Ike gets the job done in the field more than anybody else.
Yeah, as a fielder, he knows the position, fielding-wise, just as good as anybody.
You know what? That does it for the awards.
It's our award show.
And we have a Cy Young Award also. And we'll be doing that in the next segment.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Happy Hanukkah. Stay safe. We'll see you. Draft time is soon.